Someone stole my rainbow hook. Anyway, it's probably in one of my whips. I just don't remember which one. Okay, welcome to Mama G Gear. It's Mama G here, and today's video is going to be PJ Chronicles, and I'm working on it. Okay, I wanted to show you what I'm working on, and also show you one item that I opened it in another video. I don't know if I dropped it or not, but I was holding it sideways. It's a graph. Crocheted graph design, and I was holding it sideways and couldn't really figure out what it was. I thought maybe it was bats, but the amazing designer, Marie Chavez, let me know that what it is and to hold it the other direction. So I did figure out what it is, and I will share that with you in this video. First, I'd like to show you what I have going on here in front of me, which I was using my Furls rainbow hook, and I can't find it. Why it's not with this project, I don't know. This is 2 big granny squares. I had graciously received 3 skeins of this amazing yarn from Crafty Nisi. She was shopping at Hobby Slobby, and it screamed at her, bring me home and send me to Mama G. And she did. Immediately, like I said in the other video, I stopped everything I was doing and I started a shawl, ripped that out, and decided this is more me. So that's what I'm doing. And what I did was I knew I wouldn't have enough of that, so I incorporated some other colors. This particular yellow, I'll slide it on down. Yes, it's Red Heart Super Saver. I know. I'll wash it. But I bought 2 huge ones of these to make Patrick, Thris's son, a kind of a cat stitch wrap blanket type thing. So I did have some left over, and it works perfectly with the yellow in here because I know I'm going to need more to make sleeves on this. And I had this Super Saver, and then the Impeccable, and then this 1 skein of this. 2 little balls. I'm going to hopefully be able to use these to sew up the sides of the pieces. Let me slide this aside. Just show you. I was going to do an unconventional tutorial for you on how to do this, but I pretty much can just explain it, I think. All right. So what I've done, let me move I got this from Thriss. Isn't this gorgeous? Yeah. Hello. And then, of course, my furls. I love this. This is a 6 and a 6.5. Love those hooks, but I do love my rainbow furls. And I think that's a 7, and that's what I was using. So if you took it, bring it back. All right, 2 big, how do you do's over here, granny squares. These 2 granny squares, when I put them together and stitch them, both sides all the way up, they will fit around me perfectly. And now all I need, because I'm not wearing this as a tube top, I remember those tube tops? Those are, oh my God, I can't believe how many times, and maybe you too if you're around my age, those stretchy circular tube things, we called them tube tops. They were elastic, and we just wore them and pulled them up over our tatas with no bras. So I don't know how many times the guys would come behind you and pull them down, and whoop, there's the tatas. Anyway, if that didn't happen to you, you're lucky. So I'm going to sew these both up all the way. Okay, so it's going to be 2 big squares. Like I said, this will fit over me perfectly. It's going to hang longer than my waistline. My waistline will probably be around this area. It's going to be longer. I prefer that. I like to hide the fact that I have no rear end. And if you'd like to hide that too, it's a great idea. Okay, now I need to put sleeves and a neck. And what I'm going to do, and again, I was going to do the unconventional tutorial on this, but instead I'm going to just explain to you how I'm going to wing it, all right? On this end, all right, this is the right side, and that's the right side. These are just where it tied in. I'm going to sew those in. Disregard them. Don't worry about them. Just deal with it, right? Okay. And then we have, I don't know if you could see him. Let's see if I could get him to come a little closer. Yeah, he's never far from my side. Even when I'm in the shower, he's sometimes standing in between the curtain and the shower plastic curtain. All right, I digress. I'm going to go on here and on this side. So, all right, so this is the 2 right sides. So we're going to put the inside sides together, just for sake of showing you what I'm doing. This will be quick. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoy my babbling and silliness because I do dabble on here. I just got to stop. So all the way up, and then on this side, I'm going to chain, and it's got to be in multiples of 3 because we're going to come back with the granny stitch. Now you could do a different stitch on the top, which I think I did do one that I did a different stitch. Wow, there's a lot of D's. But if you're going to do and continue on with striped effect of granny squares, you want to make them in multiples of 3 and then add 3 on the end for your first granny. Follow me on that one? I hope so. I literally just attach a yarn and I'm going to do whatever amount in a multiple of 3 if I'm doing the granny stitch. If you're just doing a regular singular stitch, just do however many. But from under my arm to my wrist, because that's the length I want this. Now you have to also factor in that this may hang off your shoulder a little bit. For it to go around your trunk of your body, then this is going to maybe hang off your shoulder a little bit. So consider that. Also, when you're making your chain, consider the fact, depending on what stitch you're doing, it may scrunch up the chain of the distance, and look at who's helping, or it may elongate. So all of those things have to fall into the factors. And yeah, welcome to Crocheting with Cats. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so that's what I do, and I'll do that on one side. I'm just going to chain what I need on this side for this front piece. On the back piece, I'm going to go to the other side alternate, because remember, this is the right side, other side alternate, and chain the same amount. All right, now, if you're not sure of how far to make the chain, you can go less, and then if it's short on your arm and you don't like it, you could always add around the wrist part. So that's always another way to, this is it, man. You just got to think outside the box. Okay. All right. So then I'm going to do that. So remember, these are going to be attached. Then I'm going to I'm showing my finger off screen, like you could see it. All right. I'm going to go back from the end of the chain, come back with my stitch. And then when I get back to here, I'm going to continue the stitch along this side and then on to and then attach it to the other side. Does that make sense? Because we're going to have a chain hanging off the front of this one. So along the back, go across and then chain it along this chain, or continue that stitch along this chain. So that's going to give me a full back sleeve. And go blah, 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 up to the point you want where your neck is going to go all the way up to where it should be on the top of your shoulders, where you're going to connect on top of your shoulders. All right. Then come back so you can cut your yarn off on the end, and then come back and where this chain from the front piece came all the way to the end. Now, remind you, you have your stitches from your back. You're going to start on that end and come this way and do the front part or the back part, depending on which side you start with. It doesn't make a difference. And work your way up. So you're going to have 2 joined flaps that go all the way to your shoulders, to the top of your shoulders, and that's where you're going to connect it. Now, if you happen to have or want an extra row in the back, because the back's usually a little higher because you want that to rest up alongside your back of your neck, and maybe a little 1 row less on the front, that's, again, up to you. These are all just kindly suggestions. So that's basically what I'm going to do with this, hopefully. And again, I have all the different yarns to finish that to do that. I'm going to incorporate some yellow, the pink, what I have left of this. Hopefully I have enough of these 2 to sew those sides in, or maybe if it's not enough, I will use these to tie the tops in, because that's what you do. Oh yeah. All right. Sorry. Back up. Now that you have your 2 front flap, back flaps, perfect. You're going to start Either you're going to fold it in half, find your center, and then work your way out to where you want the hole for your neck to be able to pull it over your head and comfortably around your neck. Again, if you make the hole too big, or also if you just like to, you could sew in a circular motion around that neck opening and make a little mock turtleneck, whatever. Whatever you want to do there. You can do what you want. It's yours, you know what I'm saying? All right, so this is what I'm going to do with these guys. And that's the unconventional tutorial part of the video. All right, what else am I working? I'm working on it. Jeez, I'm working on it. All right, so we have another baby female dog, possible dog barking alert. She's downstairs. Let's hope she stays there. I had started this circular mandala. I don't even know how long ago. And it was like, it's way frilly. Oh my God, here she comes. Anybody want a little cute dog? And this was the Anti-Pilling Premier Everyday DK Stripes. There's 250 yards in each. This is the third ball. So I'm just going to keep going until I run out, And hopefully it'll be a full circle on a design. And it's a 3-weight. And I did frog it back because it was way more fluffy and curly than this. Excuse me. Scruff. Hold on a second. Right, so we're back. I thought I turned the recorder back on and was babbling away, and then noticed that the camera wasn't running, so I literally turned it off instead of pause. But whatever. So what I was saying is I made this way too flurry, whatever, on the edges. And I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to make a baby blanket out of it. Or she could, the mother of the baby that's being born in August. It's my surrogate daughter's sister. So by default, she would be my surrogate daughter. Now I've known her for a lot of years. She got married and now she's having a baby, and I'll make some stuff for her. But anyway, she could put it either on, hang it on the baby's crib or on the baby chair, whatever, So that's that. And keep them in these. I mean, anybody that's been here a minute knows about these silk bags. These are fabulous project bags. I'm going to be ordering more, hopefully, soon, because summer's coming and they're very popular in the summer for just regular folk that use them as pocketbooks. Let me just put you down a little bit here. But they dry quick. They're all sari silk, really soft, really lightweight, and absolutely perfect for carrying your projects. Nice and open. You can put all your stuff in here. Definitely recommend it. All right. What else am I working on? All right. I'm working on this. This is a crochet along with my girl, Sassy Mel. Yes, you know her. You love her. And please go subscribe to her channel, Lethalia's Little Hook. And Mel, I think people can't find you because no one knows how to spell Lethalia. Just saying. Hey, I'm being honest. All right, so this is a wavy granny blanket, and I guess I'm going to have to do that blocking thing that some of y'all do. I've never done it. I don't have the blocking pads or anything, but it goes up and down. It's like a chevron, or it is a chevron. And originally, I was going to make it with different color stripes. And then I said, you know what? Because of the baby, I'm going to make this rainbow. And I'm using the Chevron Simply Soft. Let's see, there's 235 yards. The Chevron Simply Soft colorway is Rainbow Bright. Remember that doll? Boy, I'm having a lot of memories. I'm on my third skein of it. And it's 100. You start with 111 stitches, and I'm going to just say that it fits over my lap, but I'm a little smaller. So if you're making this for a normal adult human, you might want. I think Mel was figuring out the math that it's the pattern tells you 111 chains to start. And I'm using a 4-weight. I think the pattern says 5-weight, so that would also give you a wider. But if you're using a 4-weight, I think you add 18 to make, because if you're going to add on to it, you have to make an entire, down and up thing, thingy, whatever. But go check out Mel. If you could figure out how to spell her name, she'd appreciate that. And I'm really enjoying this. I actually am digging the yarn. I got rid of all the Care and Simply Softs that I got before. The marled colors. Actually, I know Madonna loved them. I sent her a few. I love Madonna. Hello, Madonna, if you're watching. Love you, miss you. I hope you are feeling well and you'll be able to do some of your lives again. I miss hanging out with your girlfriend. I gave that all away because it was too silky. I had a hard time tying it together. I don't know if this particular colorway is just better or I've just grown up. Not sure, but I'm digging this. I bought quite a bit of it. I love the busyness of it. And I think this will make a nice baby blanket. And then you put tassels on the peaks on the ends. All right, so that's what I'm working on. Well, I got a couple of the things I'm working on. Finishing some more of those cat hats. Oh my gosh, those cat stitch hats. I called it the G-Cats hat, though I probably should have called it Cats and Hats. Well, no, Cat in the Hat, Cat in the Hat. But that's probably a copyright thing. And you know how I feel about copyrights. All right, next item up for showing is, if you've seen the unboxing, I hope I dropped it, of the amazing app. If I could figure out how to tag or card the next video, I would do it here. If I can, I'll try to drop in description. I'm still learning the editing. Anyway, Marie Chavez sent a box, some birthday presents for me, which were amazing, and some baby items for Rusty's niece. They are flippin' adorable. The cuteness was beyond unbelievable. She also did 2 graphs that she kind of manipulated and did her own thing and wung it and designed her own designs in these graphs. Well, I was showing it and holding it sideways. And then she said, I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way so you can see this. And so I was like, oh, and I'm thinking maybe it's bats. But no, it wasn't a bats. I couldn't figure out the design. Well, I couldn't figure out the design because I was holding it wrong. All right, I'm going to hold it this way and see if, now it might not show really well against this backdrop. But do you see the little cat's ears? And I've got you, obviously sideways. And then of course we've got a cat interfering. So you're not seeing it. If I had the phone the other way, you'd see it. All right. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. But see that? There's the cat's body. And then here's the cat's tail. Oh my gosh. Right? And it's glimmer yarns, green and purple, my colors, and black. This is our company colors right here, man. This is going to be an amazing wall hanging. And I did find a dowel and also, of course, sidetracking, but Marie's incredible signature, which I'll do it this way. I did find a dowel that I hope is going to be long enough to be able to attach this to be able to hang this on the wall, because this is definitely going to be a wall hanging. But I just wanted to re-show you because I totally botched it up when I tried to show you in the other video. Because I was holding it sideways, and I'm like, oh, this is really great. And I was really taken by, so that's how this works, where you have one stitch, and then you just do a different stitch to go into the pattern. Never seen that in my hands before. I've seen it like somebody on, you guys will show one, but to actually feel it and look at it, I have never done that. So Marie, again, thank you. We love you, girl. All right, I guess that's it. I hope you remember to leave your thumbs. It's always appreciated. Maybe in editing, I'll remind you earlier than here, because a lot of you probably left, and I don't blame you. But no, I'm joking. Always stay to the end. Say goodbye to Gus, the terror cat, and we will talk to you really soon. Bye-bye for now.